Hello everybody, it's time to get fancy with me, your host, xNothinFancy, and first off, I am back, and today we are playing Hanoi Ground War. I'm playing with a friend of mine, Ode Natural. Haven't seen him in a while, so if you're still out there, Ode Natural, hit me up, we'll play sometime. But I am using one of the ugliest, one of my most hated guns. I hate it even more than the M14, the FNFAL. I always have just such trouble with it, like pinpointing people out, but I made it even harder for myself by using the shitty thermal that it comes with. So if I was ever going to use thermal, it'd probably be on Hanoi just because it's such like a dark, like gloomy prison map. It's like you're playing in a cave almost. But you know, they have like those lights on the outside where like they get prisoners, and then they got a couple lights on the inside when you go in the houses. So it's not like you're playing on a map like Summit or Array or WMD where it's just all snow and white, so when you look through your thermal everything looks the same and you can barely pinpoint somebody out. But my class is FNFAL thermal, secondary is the ballistic knife, then I'm running a frag grenade, a flashbang, and a claymore, and my perks are lightweight pro, sleight of hand pro, and marathon pro. Man, sorry, the smell of my house is just amazing right now. I went apple picking yesterday with my friend, my brother, aka Sleepy Wizard, his friend Mark, aka XMSA HD, and so we picked about, I don't know, must have been 150 apples, and then they had some random pear trees at the end, but we don't even go there for the apples. This place across the actual apple farm makes these donuts, right? The machine itself costs $1,000. And then they have their own batter, and they pump these things out like crazy. And they are just these brown little donuts, just covered in cinnamon sugar. And you put this, we buy this jelly every time, this blackberry jelly or jam or whatever you want to call it. And you put that on the donut, and it's like, oh my god, it's just like your taste buds go crazy. So right now, I just made a couple apple pies with my grandma and my mother. There's 3 of them in the oven. One just came out. I just had a slice with some chocolate ice cream. Oh my gosh, I bet I'm making your mouths water because the smell and taste of apple pie is so good. I usually have it with vanilla ice cream, but you know, chocolate's just what we had, and it was still just as good. So, oh my god, it's so good. But anyways, so I'm back. For a long time, I got caught up in the whole school thing. You know, I'm getting settled in now. The first month of school is over. I know what time I have, what time I don't have, what classes are going to be hard, which ones are going to be easy, and my time management's getting a lot better. It's also been a little bit chaotic because I pretty much now have what I would consider kind of like a full-time job. Every day after school, I get out of school at 3, and I go in at 8 o'clock. So that's like I don't know, what, 4, 2... That's a 7-hour day, and then I come home. I literally get something to eat. I'll get my laptop, maybe just check my email and stuff real quick. Then I get in the car and I go to this kid's house and I watch him, or I'll pick him up from school, and I babysit him for a couple hours, and usually until, I don't know, it depends on when his mother gets home. Usually around 8:30, 9, if it's later, like 10ish. And then after that, I go straight to the gym because I'm trying to get a little bit healthy, but that's not really working out if I keep eating apple pie and chocolate ice cream, right? But so I usually do that, and then by the time I get home, it's like 10:30, 11, or not 10:30, 11, like 10, 10:30, and I still got to shower. And if I happen to have any homework, which I usually don't do because I usually get it all done at the kid's house. I have to get that done, and there's really no time for me to, you know, make commentaries or montages. So, but I figured out now I'll probably be releasing a montage. I'm sorry, not a montage. A commentary. I'll do one Tuesday, I'll do one Thursday, and then I'll do one Sunday because Saturday's like my. I'm not doing them on Saturdays. So those are the 3 days that you can certainly expect to get a montage. God damn it, I said it again. A commentary. Sorry. And I keep having montage on my mind just because, why not get it out of the way now. I finally got another person. This is the 3rd time that I've had someone say they were going to edit for me. And then the last 2 people, I've sent them the clips, and then they've never gotten back to me or said anything or done anything. So that was just really disappointing because I'd wait around and I'd expect like a link or where I could download it and then upload it to you guys. And it just hasn't been happening. But this guy I put out, I said I'd pay someone 10, $15 to do a montage for me. And this guy sends me a message. He's like, listen, I'm just looking for editing experience. I do it for free. If you'd let me, just send me the clips and I'll let you know. So I sent him the clips, and a couple days ago, actually, I think it was about 3 or 4 days, I said take all the time you need, because I want my first montage to be really good, because I didn't make one for Modern Warfare 2, and I had some pretty good clips in MW2. I just never had a PVR at that point, so with Call of Duty, this is like my first real chance to make a montage, and I want it to be done right the first time. And then, you know, when I start getting better and I start making multiple montages, I'll actually pay people to, you know, edit them like professionally. So I hope this guy does a good job. A guy or a girl, I really don't know. I've never met him. I just know him from the tech game. But I tried to record this commentary once before using my my Turtle Beaches, which Sergeant B and a friend of mine told me I could do. But unfortunately, I'm once again tech retarded. So if you hear any weird noise in the background, it's just the way it's going to be until I figure something out, because, you know, I'm completely computer, like, technology retarded, so that's one thing. So if the audio's a little off, you know. But this game with the FNFAL, man, I am just pinpointing kids like a crazy gypsy semi-automatic sniper. I mean, I kind of look at the FNFAL like a quicker Baaack 50 cal, because, like, you could just ping out people, but it reloads quicker and it does other stuff. And I think lightweight was huge in this, because it just allowed me to, like, run around endlessly, and plus that combination with Marathon Pro where I could just I move a lot faster. And Hanoi, there's a lot of places where it's just like tight around corners and stuff. So, and plus there's these like big open stretches where you just need to get to a place quickly. So you gotta like run real fast and then either, you know, get on target. So I felt like the FNFAL with those two perks really helped me out the most. And sleight of hand, I mean, is just clearly ridiculous. So the FNFAL actually worked for me in this map. And chopper gunners on Hanoi are a little bit tricky, because they spawn either in if they have A, then they spawn in like this little back corner where you gotta get them all in there. Or they spawn, if they spawn at C, they spawn by this car. But both of their spawns are right next to a house, which is inconvenient for the person who works hard to get a chopper gunner. Because, I mean, you have to get these guys out of houses, which is a problem when you're in a huge gunner and you can't really hit through windows anymore. So that's not I wasn't a big fan of that. But we absolutely just curb stomped these kids. And speaking of curb stomping, I've actually been playing Gears of War 3 lately. I just haven't put anything out because when you play Gears of War 3, or Gears as some people call it, it's like these 3-game sets where it's like best of 3 pretty much, like when you play in game battles. So you gotta, like, if you win the first and you win the second, then okay, that would be reasonable for a commentary. But if it goes into 3 games, then it's like a 20-minute long thing, and I'm not commentating over 20-minute long things. So I have been having fun with that game though. The shotguns are awesome, and like the feeling of the guns is more realistic than in Call of Duty, in my opinion. Just for like the feeling, like when you pull the trigger on a shotgun in that game, it feels like you're actually like shooting a shotgun. I've shot shotguns before, so I would know. Like if I use an Olympia in COD, it's like pew, and in Gears of War, it's like boom, like game over, like you're dead. So that's one of my feelings about Gears of War 3. I've never played any of the other ones, so I really can't say anything. And I haven't been playing Dead Island lately, but that's another time for another story. So see you guys later. Hope you enjoy this commentary, and peace out. Fancy. Bye-bye.